Hey there! Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into something truly special, wisdom that can change your life. We're talking about the kind of advice that comes from years of experience, the sort of lessons passed down from someone who's seen it all. Think of this as sitting down with a wise old friend, sipping a cup of tea, and hearing stories that make you nod, laugh, and maybe even reflect a little on your own life. So, let's get right into it. And hey, if you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you never miss a video, and don't forget to like and share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. 1. Lessons on growth and resilience. One of the first lessons that stuck with me is this: when you find someone smarter than you, work with them. Don't get intimidated. Don't shrink back because of some imaginary competition. Instead, see it as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to be better. Imagine if every time we felt a little insecure, we chose to collaborate instead of compete. That's where real progress happens, when we stop seeing others as rivals and start seeing them as potential partners in growth. Never expect to get what you give. I know, it sounds a little harsh, but it's true. Not everyone has a heart like you do. And that's okay. Life isn't about getting even or expecting others to match your energy. It's about giving because you want to, and because it makes the world a little bit better. The sooner we learn this, the less disappointed we become when things don't go our way. Your mental state determines your experience of life. You wouldn't ignore your physical health, so why overlook your mental health? Prioritize it. Protect it. Exercise your mind with challenges that stimulate growth and practice positive self-talk. It's just like going to the gym, except this gym is for your headspace. Fill it with good thoughts, new challenges, and even a little bit of humor every now and then. A healthy mind makes all the difference. Life is difficult because we don't appreciate the things that come easily. We always seem to focus on the big moments, the milestones, the dramatic changes. But life's beauty often lies in the small, everyday things. The smile from a stranger, the warmth of the sun on a winter morning, or the satisfaction of a simple meal. When we learn to appreciate these tiny blessings, the struggles feel a bit lighter. Don't let loneliness drive you to make temporary decisions with long-term consequences. We've all been there. That empty feeling that makes us think we need to fill it with someone, anyone, just to not feel alone. But here's the thing, those temporary fixes usually come with consequences that stick around far longer than the loneliness would have. Take a breath. Trust that the right connections will find you, and focus on becoming the kind of person that attracts the right kind of people. Once you're on the right path, you stop getting offended and angry all the time. Because suddenly, you realize that your energy is precious. You don't have time to get caught up in petty arguments or drama. You're too busy building the life you want, growing into the person you're proud of. You'll notice that the things that used to irritate you just don't matter anymore. It's liberating, and it's a sign that you're moving in the right direction. Your growth depends on your willingness to keep learning, even when it's boring. Growth isn't always glamorous. It's not all about epiphanies and exciting discoveries. Sometimes, it's just about showing up, putting in the work, and pushing through the mundane moments. Keep reading. Keep learning. Keep asking questions, even when it feels like you're not making any progress. Trust me, those little steps add up over time. Keeping your personal life private is one of the best forms of self-care. We live in a world that encourages us to share everything, every thought, every feeling, every moment. But sometimes, keeping things to yourself is the best way to protect your peace. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your decisions, and you don't have to broadcast every aspect of your life. Remember, privacy is power. Find a relationship where just being you makes the other person happy. It sounds simple, but it's one of the most important lessons out there. Love shouldn't feel like a performance or a never-ending quest for validation. It should feel like home. When you're with the right person, your natural self, with all its flaws and quirks, should be more than enough to make them smile. Hold out for that kind of love. One of the most dangerous things you can do is compare your life to someone else's. We all know it, But we do it anyway. We scroll through social media, see someone's highlight reel, and suddenly feel like we're falling behind. But life isn't a race, it's a journey. And no two journeys are the same. Stop comparing. Start focusing on your own path, your own milestones, and your own unique story. Don't give up after the first failure. Failure isn't the end. It's just a detour on the road to success. The most successful people in the world are the ones who didn't quit when things got tough. They kept going, even when they didn't see immediate results. If you failed, congratulations. It means you're trying. It means you're out there, putting in the work, learning, and growing. Just because you can't see the point behind a challenging time doesn't mean there isn't one. Sometimes life throws challenges at us that just don't make sense. We struggle to see the bigger picture, to find the meaning in it all. But trust that there is one. Every obstacle is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become more resilient. You may not see it now, but one day, you'll look back and understand why it had to happen. When you believe in yourself, your mind finds ways to make it happen. Our thoughts are powerful. When we focus on what we can do, rather than what we can't, we start seeing possibilities where there were once only obstacles. Believe in your capabilities. Believe in your potential. Because the truth is, you are capable of more than you know. And finally, embrace the long game. In a world that celebrates instant gratification, patience is the ultimate competitive advantage. Remember, good things take time. Whether you're working on your career, building a relationship, or just trying to become a better version of yourself, it all takes time. Be patient. Trust the process. Your future self will thank you. 2. Wisdom for balance and understanding. Patience is the ultimate competitive advantage. In life, rushing to get everything done can lead to stress, missed opportunities, and burnout. But those who can embrace the long game, those who are willing to wait for the right moment, those are the ones who succeed in a way that brings peace and fulfillment. Remember, patience is not just about waiting, it's about what you do while you wait. It's about preparing, learning, and growing so that when your moment comes, you're ready to seize it. Think of it as being strategic with your time instead of always being in a hurry. Your future needs you, your past doesn't. We all have things in our past that we hold on to, mistakes, regrets, missed chances. But you have to ask yourself, is holding on to the past helping you move forward? More often than not, it's weighing you down. Your future is what needs your focus, your energy, and your commitment. Stop looking back at what could have been, and start looking at what can be. Every day is a chance to take a step towards a better future, but only if you let go of the things that no longer serve you. Being true to yourself may lead to loneliness, but it's worth it. Not everyone will understand your journey, your choices, or your passions. And that's okay. The need for acceptance is strong, but compromising who you are to fit in with the wrong people will only leave you feeling empty. Sometimes, choosing to stay true to yourself means being alone for a while. It means not settling for relationships that don't align with who you are. But in the end, the right people, the ones who appreciate you for your authentic self, will come along. And when they do, you'll realize that being alone was never as bad as pretending to be someone you're not. You will be pulled down out of jealousy, don't be surprised. When you start succeeding, there will always be those who try to bring you down. It might be out of jealousy or insecurity, but either way, it's not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of them. Don't let it affect you. Stay focused on your goals, surround yourself with people who lift you up, and keep moving forward. Remember, those who try to pull you down are already beneath you. Rise above it with grace. It's scary when things change, but it's even scarier when they don't. We often fear change because it means stepping out of our comfort zones. It means taking risks, facing uncertainty, and possibly even failing. But what's scarier is staying in the same place forever, stagnating, not growing, and missing out on all the experiences that come from embracing the unknown. Change is a sign that you're alive, that you're learning, that you're evolving. Embrace it, and let it guide you to places you never imagined you could go. The truth is, everyone is going to hurt you, you just have to find the ones worth suffering for. Nobody is perfect. People will let you down, even the ones you love the most. But that doesn't mean you should close yourself off from relationships. The key is to choose wisely. Find the people who are worth the occasional disappointment because, despite the hurt, they bring immense joy, growth, and meaning into your life. Relationships aren't about avoiding pain altogether, they're about finding the right people who make the ups and downs of life worth it. On a day when you don't come across any problems, you can be sure that you are traveling in the wrong path. Challenges are a part of life, and they're a sign that you're pushing your limits, learning, and growing. If everything feels too easy, it might mean that you're not challenging yourself enough, that you're playing it safe. Growth happens when we face difficulties, overcome obstacles, and learn from our mistakes. So, if you're not facing any problems, maybe it's time to step out of your comfort zone and push yourself a little further. The magic you're looking for is in the work you're avoiding. We often procrastinate on the things that we know we need to do, the hard tasks, the uncomfortable conversations, the difficult decisions. But that's where the real growth happens. The magic isn't in the things that are easy, it's in the things that challenge us. So, if there's something you've been avoiding, maybe it's time to tackle it head on. You might just find that it's the key to unlocking the next chapter of your life. You must discipline yourself carefully. Discipline isn't about being hard on yourself, it's about being kind to your future self. It's about setting boundaries, keeping promises, and following through on your goals because you know that's what's best for you. Speak kindly to yourself, reward yourself for small victories, and hold yourself accountable when you slip up. Discipline isn't about punishment, it's about self-respect and the commitment to becoming the person you want to be. Our lives are defined by opportunities, even the ones we miss. It's easy to dwell on missed opportunities, to wonder what could have been if only you'd taken that chance or made that decision. But the truth is, even the opportunities we miss shape us. They teach us lessons, they guide us to new paths, and they help us grow. Life isn't about getting every opportunity right, it's about learning from the ones we miss and being ready for the next one that comes along. When you build in silence, no one knows where to attack. There's something powerful about moving in silence, about working on your goals without broadcasting every step to the world. When you build quietly, you protect yourself from negativity, from those who might try to tear you down before you've even begun. Keep your plans close, work diligently, and let your results speak for themselves. Pain only leaves you when it teaches you something. Pain isn't just something to be avoided, it's something to be learned from. It's a teacher, and until you've learned the lesson it's trying to teach, it will stick around. Instead of running from pain, try to understand it. What is it trying to tell you? What lesson is hidden within it? Once you learn the lesson, the pain begins to fade, and you come out the other side stronger and wiser. Some lessons have to be learned twice. Sometimes, we think we've learned a lesson, only to find ourselves making the same mistake again. And that's okay. Life has a way of repeating lessons until we truly understand them. Don't beat yourself up if you find yourself back in a situation you thought you'd moved past. It's just another opportunity to learn, to grow, and to get it right this time. Being cool, calm, and collected in a stressful situation is extremely important. Stressful situations will come, and how you handle them makes all the difference. Staying calm doesn't mean ignoring your emotions, it means not letting them control you. It means taking a step back, assessing the situation, and responding in a way that aligns with your values. It's about being the person you want to be, even when things get tough. The more you cling to the past, the less likely your future will be any brighter. Holding on to the past, whether it's regrets, mistakes, or even good times, prevents you from fully embracing the present and creating a better future. Let go of what was, and focus on what is and what could be. Your future is waiting for you, but you can't reach it if you're still holding on to yesterday. The only failure is not trying. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's a part of it. The real failure is not trying at all, not taking risks, not putting yourself out there. Every time you try, you learn, you grow, and you move closer to your goals. So don't be afraid of failure. Be afraid of letting fear keep you from trying. 3. Lessons on self-worth and personal growth. If you can't say no, then your yes means nothing. It's one of the hardest lessons to learn, but one of the most empowering. Saying yes to everything might make you feel liked and accepted, but in reality, it often leads to burnout, resentment, and a sense of losing yourself. Learning to say no is not about being selfish, it's about setting boundaries and protecting your energy. When you say no to things that drain you, your yes becomes more meaningful because it's given with intention and purpose. Start small, practice saying no, and watch how it transforms your life. People want you to succeed, but often no more than they want to succeed for themselves. This doesn't mean that people don't care about you. It simply means that everyone is on their own journey, and at the end of the day, people are focused on their own lives and goals. Don't take it personally if others don't celebrate your success the way you hope they would. Instead, learn to celebrate your own victories. Cheer yourself on, be proud of your accomplishments, and know that your journey is yours alone to walk. Stop overestimating others and underestimating yourself. We all have a tendency to put others on a pedestal, to think they have it all figured out while doubting our own abilities. But the truth is, everyone has insecurities. Everyone has moments of doubt. Stop assuming that others are better or more capable than you, and start recognizing your own strengths. You are more than capable of achieving greatness, sometimes it just takes a shift in mindset to see it. You give power to someone you blame for your problems. When you blame others for the challenges in your life, you give them power over your happiness. It might feel comforting in the short term to point the finger and say, it's their fault, but ultimately, it leaves you feeling powerless. Take back your power by taking responsibility for your life. It doesn't mean that what happened was your fault, but it means that you have the power to decide how to move forward. Life has a way of working out, even when it seems impossible. There will be times when it feels like everything is falling apart, like there's no way things could ever get better. But the truth is, life has a funny way of working itself out. It might not happen in the way you expected, and it might not happen as quickly as you'd like, but eventually, things do get better. Trust the process, have faith in yourself, and know that even in the darkest moments, there is always hope. You should never sacrifice what you could be for what you are. Comfort zones are, well, comfortable. But staying in your comfort zone means you're sacrificing your potential, the person you could become if you were willing to take risks and push yourself. Don't let fear of the unknown hold you back from reaching your full potential. You are capable of so much more than you realize, you just have to be willing to step outside of what's familiar and embrace the possibilities. You don't have to prove anything to anyone, including yourself. We often feel the need to prove our worth, to show others, or even ourselves, that we're capable, successful, or deserving. But here's the thing, your worth is not dependent on what you achieve or how others perceive you. You are worthy simply because you exist. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Let go of the pressure to constantly prove yourself, and instead focus on living a life that feels true to you. Luck comes to those who work hard. We've all heard the saying, good things come to those who wait, but the truth is, good things come to those who work for them. Luck is often the result of preparation, persistence, and hard work. The more you put yourself out there, the more opportunities you create for yourself. So don't just sit back and wait for luck to find you, go out there and make your own luck. Don't make one person the center of all your happiness. It's easy to get caught up in a relationship and make that person the center of your world. But what happens if they leave? What happens if things change? When you make one person the sole source of your happiness, you're setting yourself up for heartbreak. Instead, focus on building a life that makes you happy, one that's full of passions, hobbies, friends, and dreams. That way, if someone leaves, you'll still have a life that brings you joy. When you feel like giving up, remember why you held on for so long. There will be moments when you want to quit, when the challenges feel overwhelming and it seems easier to just walk away. In those moments, take a step back and remember why you started. Remember the dreams, the goals, the passion that fueled you in the beginning. Remind yourself of all the progress you've made, all the obstacles you've already overcome. Sometimes, all it takes is a little reminder of why you started to give you the strength to keep going. Never put relationships before your goals, you may lose them both. It's important to nurture your relationships, but it's equally important to stay true to your own goals and aspirations. When you put someone else's needs ahead of your own dreams, you risk losing not only your goals but also the relationship itself. Because, ultimately, a relationship should support your growth, not hinder it. Stay true to your goals, and the right people will support you every step of the way. You can fall in love more than once. Heartbreak can make it feel like you'll never find love again, like that one person was your only chance at happiness. But love is not a one-time event. You are capable of loving, and being loved, more than once. Each relationship teaches you something, each love story adds to your growth, and each ending leads to a new beginning. Don't close yourself off to love just because one story ended, there are countless more waiting to be written. You don't need to worry much when someone you love leaves you, most of the time, it's for the good. It might not feel like it in the moment, but sometimes, people leave because they're not meant to stay. It's not a reflection of your worth or of anything you did wrong, it's simply life making space for something better. Trust that when someone leaves, it's because their chapter in your story is over, and the next chapter is going to be even better. You will have to make very practical decisions about what you want from life and what you're willing to give up. Life is full of choices, and every choice comes with a sacrifice. You can't have it all, and that's okay. The key is to decide what's truly important to you and to be willing to let go of the things that don't align with your goals. It's about prioritizing what matters most and being practical about what you're willing to give up to get there. Changes happen when we go against everything we're used to doing. If you want things to change, you have to be willing to change your habits, your routines, and even your mindset. It's not easy, change is uncomfortable, and it requires effort. But if you keep doing the same things, you'll keep getting the same results. If you want something different, you have to be willing to do something different. If you're enjoying this content, don't forget to subscribe, turn on those notifications, give this video a thumbs up, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support means the world to us, and it helps us keep bringing you more content like this. Section 4, Reflections on Challenges and Mindset. Failure shows us the way by showing us what isn't the way. Every time we fail, we learn something new. We learn what doesn't work, what mistakes to avoid, and what we need to change moving forward. Failure isn't something to fear or be ashamed of, it's a guidepost, pointing us toward a better path. The only true failure is giving up. So when you fall, get back up, dust yourself off, and use what you've learned to move forward with more clarity and wisdom. It's normal to feel bad after making the right decision. Sometimes, the right decision isn't the easiest one. It might mean letting go of something, or someone, that no longer serves you, even if it hurts. It might mean choosing to prioritize your well-being over pleasing others, even if it means disappointing them. Just because something feels difficult or painful doesn't mean it's the wrong choice. Trust yourself, trust your instincts, and remember that short-term discomfort can lead to long-term growth and happiness. No matter how nice and friendly you are, some people will dislike you. It's impossible to please everyone, and trying to do so will only drain you. Some people will judge you, misunderstand you, or dislike you for reasons that have nothing to do with you. It's not your job to change their minds. Your job is to be true to yourself, to be kind, and to live in alignment with your values. Focus on the people who love and support you, and let go of the need for universal approval. Not everyone will like you, and that's okay. Later often means never. Procrastination is a thief of opportunity. We tell ourselves we'll do it later, but often, later turns into never. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to take action. If there's something you want to do, start now. Take the first step, no matter how small. Don't wait for the perfect moment, create it. The time you have now is precious, and every moment you spend delaying your dreams is a moment you'll never get back. Bad times are actually a boon because they wake you up to the good things you never paid attention to. It's easy to take things for granted when life is going well. We get comfortable, we get used to the good things, and we stop noticing them. But when tough times come, they have a way of opening our eyes to all the little blessings we've overlooked. the love of family and friends, the warmth of a home, the beauty of a sunrise, these are the things that truly matter. Bad times remind us of what's important, and they make us more grateful for the good times when they come. Never try to gain somebody's sympathy. Seeking sympathy might bring temporary comfort, but it won't solve your problems. True growth comes from facing your challenges head-on, not from seeking validation or pity. The people who care about you will be there to support you when you need them, but you don't need to convince them of your struggles. Focus on finding solutions, on building resilience, and on becoming stronger. Sympathy might make you feel better in the moment, but self-reliance and strength will carry you through the tough times. You can't make someone love you by giving them more of what they already don't appreciate. Love isn't something you can earn by doing more, giving more, or sacrificing more. If someone doesn't appreciate you for who you are, no amount of effort will change that. You deserve to be loved for your true self, without having to constantly prove your worth. If someone doesn't see your value, it's their loss, not yours. Don't waste your energy trying to win over someone who doesn't appreciate you, save it for the people who do. Most of the time, you have to swallow the pain and learn to grow up by yourself. Life isn't always fair, and there will be times when you have to face challenges alone. It's in these moments that you discover your true strength. Learning to rely on yourself, to pick yourself up when you fall, and to keep moving forward even when it's hard, that's what makes you resilient. It's okay to feel the pain, but don't let it define you. Use it as fuel to grow, to learn, and to become the person you want to be. Money doesn't guarantee happiness, but poverty can bring significant challenges. Money isn't everything, but it does provide security, opportunities, and the ability to take care of yourself and those you love. It's important to remember that while money alone won't make you happy, a lack of it can create stress, limit your options, and make life more difficult. Strive for financial stability not because it will make you happy, but because it will give you the freedom to pursue the things that do bring happiness. Hiding from your problems won't make them disappear. Avoiding your problems might seem like the easiest option, but it only makes things worse in the long run. Problems don't go away on their own, they grow, they fester, and they become more difficult to deal with. Facing your problems head-on might be uncomfortable, but it's the only way to move forward. Take it one step at a time, seek support if you need it, and remember that every problem you face is an opportunity to grow stronger. Regrets can linger for a lifetime if you don't learn to forgive yourself and others. We all make mistakes. We hurt others, and we get hurt in return. Holding on to regret and resentment only keeps you stuck in the past. Forgiveness isn't about excusing someone's behavior, it's about letting go of the pain, freeing yourself from the weight of the past, and choosing to move forward. Forgive yourself for your mistakes, forgive others for theirs, and allow yourself the peace that comes with letting go. Time spent comparing yourself to others is time spent on wasteful thoughts. Comparing yourself to others is a surefire way to feel inadequate. No matter how successful or talented you are, there will always be someone who seems to be doing better. The only person you should compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Focus on your own journey, on your own growth, and on becoming the best version of yourself. The more you compare, the less you appreciate your own unique path. People will often take advantage of your kindness if you let them. Kindness is a beautiful quality, but it can be exploited if you're not careful. Being kind doesn't mean being a doormat. It doesn't mean saying yes to everything or allowing others to take advantage of you. Set boundaries, protect your energy, and know that it's okay to say no. True kindness comes from a place of strength, not from sacrificing your own well-being for the sake of others. Problems are rarely as bad as we think, or rather, they are precisely as bad as we think. Our perception of problems often makes them seem bigger and scarier than they really are. When we overthink, when we dwell on the worst-case scenarios, we amplify our fears and anxieties. But when we take a step back, breathe, and look at the situation objectively, we often realize that the problem isn't as insurmountable as we thought. Perspective is everything. Change the way you look at a problem, and you'll change the way you handle it. Your obsession with finding happiness is what prevents its attainment. The more you chase happiness, the more elusive it becomes. Happiness isn't something you can force or find by constantly searching for it. It's something that comes naturally when you focus on living a meaningful, fulfilling life. It's found in the small moments, in the connections we make, in the gratitude we feel. Stop chasing happiness, and start living in a way that invites it in. Let go of the need to always be happy, and instead focus on being present, being kind, and being true to yourself. 5. Embracing change and personal power. The more you grow, the more people will misunderstand you. Growth means change, and change often makes people uncomfortable, especially those who are used to you being a certain way. As you grow and evolve, there will be people who don't understand your new choices, your new priorities, or your new outlook on life. That's okay. Growth isn't about pleasing others, it's about becoming the best version of yourself. Not everyone will get it, and not everyone needs to. Embrace your growth, even if it means outgrowing certain people along the way. You can't control what others do, but you can control how you react. Life is unpredictable, and people will sometimes disappoint you, frustrate you, or hurt you. The truth is, you can't control what others do, you can only control how you respond. You have the power to choose whether you let others' actions affect you or whether you rise above them. It's not easy, but it's incredibly freeing to know that your peace of mind isn't dependent on anyone else's behavior. You can't change the past, but you can shape the future. We all have things in our past that we wish we could change, mistakes, regrets, moments we wish we could do over. But no matter how much we dwell on it, the past is unchangeable. What we can do, however, is learn from it and use those lessons to shape a better future. Let go of the past, take the lessons it has taught you, and focus on what you can do today to create the future you want. You'll never be fully ready, so start anyway. Waiting for the perfect moment to start something, a new project, a new habit, a new chapter in your life, is often just a way of putting it off. The truth is, you'll never feel completely ready. There will always be doubts, uncertainties, and reasons to wait. But growth happens when you take action despite the fear, despite the doubts. Start where you are, with what you have, and trust that you'll learn and grow along the way. The more you value your time, the more others will value it too. Time is your most precious resource, and how you treat it sets the standard for how others treat it. If you're constantly giving away your time without considering your own needs, others will take it for granted. But when you respect your time, when you set boundaries and prioritize your own well-being, others will follow suit. Value your time, protect it, and use it for the things that truly matter. Perfectionism is the enemy of progress. We often hold ourselves back because we want everything to be perfect before we take action. But perfection is an illusion, and the pursuit of it only leads to frustration and stagnation. It's better to take imperfect action than to wait for everything to be flawless. Progress is made through trial and error, through learning from mistakes, and through constant improvement. Let go of the need to be perfect, and focus on moving forward, one step at a time. You don't need to have it all figured out. There's a lot of pressure in today's world to have a clear plan, to know exactly where you're going and how you're going to get there. But the truth is, nobody has it all figured out. Life is full of twists and turns, and the path is rarely linear. It's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to change your mind, to explore, and to take things one day at a time. Trust that you'll figure it out as you go, and give yourself permission to enjoy the journey. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Eleanor Roosevelt said it best, your self-worth isn't determined by others, it's determined by you. People might try to put you down, to make you feel small, but their words only have power if you allow them to. Stand tall, know your worth, and don't let anyone make you feel less than you are. You are enough, just as you are, and no one can take that away from you unless you let them. You attract what you are, not what you want. If you want positivity, love, and success in your life, you have to embody those qualities. You can't attract positivity if you're constantly dwelling on the negative. You can't attract love if you're filled with self-doubt and resentment. The energy you put out into the world is what comes back to you. Work on becoming the kind of person you want to attract, and watch as your life begins to transform. The people you surround yourself with will either lift you up or drag you down. It's often said that you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. The people you choose to surround yourself with have a huge impact on your mindset, your attitude, and your growth. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, it will be hard to stay positive. But if you're surrounded by people who inspire you, challenge you, and support you, you'll be more likely to reach your full potential. Choose your circle wisely. Self-care is not selfish. Taking care of yourself, your body, your mind, your emotions, is not a luxury, it's a necessity. You can't pour from an empty cup, and you can't be there for others if you're neglecting yourself. Self-care means setting boundaries, saying no when you need to, and making time for the things that bring you joy and peace. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness and compassion that you give to others. Remember, you deserve the care and attention you give to everyone else. Letting go is often the first step to moving forward. We hold on to things, relationships, grudges, regrets, because we're afraid of what will happen if we let them go. But holding on only keeps us stuck. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or giving up, it means freeing yourself from the things that no longer serve you. It means creating space for new opportunities, new growth, and new beginnings. Letting go is not the end, it's the beginning of something new. It's okay to ask for help. We live in a world that glorifies independence and self-reliance, but the truth is, nobody can do it all alone. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It takes courage to admit that you need support, to reach out, and to let others in. Whether it's a friend, a family member, or a professional, don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. We're all in this together, and there's no shame in leaning on others. Your mindset is your most powerful tool. The way you think shapes your reality. If you believe that you're capable, that you're resilient, that you can handle whatever comes your way, you'll find a way to make it happen. But if you dwell on negativity, if you tell yourself that you're not good enough, you'll create barriers that hold you back. Your mindset can either be your greatest ally or your greatest enemy, choose to make it your ally. Forgive others, not because they deserve forgiveness, but because you deserve peace. Holding on to anger and resentment only hurts you. It keeps you stuck in the past, replaying the hurt over and over again. Forgiveness isn't about excusing someone's behavior or letting them off the hook, it's about freeing yourself from the burden of anger. It's about choosing peace over bitterness, and choosing to move forward without the weight of the past holding you back. The journey is more important than the destination. We often get so focused on the end goal that we forget to enjoy the process of getting there. But life isn't just about reaching milestones, it's about the experiences, the growth, and the memories we make along the way. The destination is just one moment in time, but the journey is where life happens. Don't rush through it. Take time to appreciate each step, each lesson, and each moment. Because in the end, the journey is what makes the destination meaningful. Section 6, The Power of Perspective and Closing Thoughts. True happiness comes from within, not from external validation. We spend so much time seeking approval from others, wanting to be liked, wanting to be admired, wanting to fit in. But true happiness isn't found in what others think of you. It's found in the quiet moments when you're alone with yourself, content with who you are. It's found in knowing that you're living in alignment with your values, not chasing someone else's version of success. When you stop looking for validation from the outside and start validating yourself, you'll find a deeper, more lasting happiness. Your comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. It's natural to want to stay where things feel safe and familiar. But growth only happens when you step out of your comfort zone, when you push yourself to try new things, take risks, and face challenges. It's uncomfortable, and sometimes even scary, but it's worth it. Every time you step out of your comfort zone, you grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Embrace the discomfort, it's a sign that you're growing. The only person you need to compete with is who you were yesterday. We often get caught up in competition, comparing ourselves to others and feeling like we need to be better than them to succeed. But the truth is, the only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. Focus on your own progress, on your own growth, and on becoming the best version of yourself. Compete with yourself, not others, and you'll find a sense of fulfillment that comparison can never bring. Vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a strength. It takes courage to be vulnerable, to open up, to share your true self with others. Vulnerability is what creates genuine connections, what allows us to relate to one another on a deeper level. It's not about being weak, it's about being real. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you give others permission to do the same. You create space for authentic relationships, for understanding, and for true connection. Don't be afraid to let your guard down, it's a sign of strength, not weakness. Fear is often a sign that you're on the right path. When you're doing something important, something meaningful, fear is bound to show up. It's a natural response to stepping into the unknown, to challenging yourself, to taking risks. But instead of letting fear hold you back, use it as a guide. Fear often means that you're about to grow, that you're about to do something that matters. Lean into the fear, and trust that you're capable of handling whatever comes your way. The best investment you can make is in yourself. Whether it's learning a new skill, taking care of your health, or spending time on personal development, investing in yourself is always worth it. You are your greatest asset, and the more you invest in your growth, the more you'll be able to give to the world. Don't be afraid to spend time, money, and energy on becoming the best version of yourself. The returns on that investment are limitless. You can't pour from an empty cup. Taking care of others is important, but you can't do it effectively if you're running on empty. Self-care isn't selfish, it's necessary. You need to fill your own cup first so that you have the energy, patience, and love to give to others. Take time for yourself, rest when you need to, and make your well-being a priority. When you take care of yourself, you're better able to take care of those around you. There is no failure, only feedback. Every experience, every setback, every mistake is an opportunity to learn. Instead of seeing failure as an endpoint, see it as feedback, a chance to learn what didn't work, to make adjustments, and to try again. Failure is not something to fear, it's a natural part of the learning process. The only real failure is giving up. As long as you keep learning, keep adjusting, and keep moving forward, you're not failing, you're growing. Sometimes, the best thing you can do is let go. We hold on to things, relationships, expectations, identities, because we're afraid of what will happen if we let them go. But sometimes, letting go is the best thing you can do for yourself. It creates space for new opportunities, for growth, and for peace. Letting go isn't about giving up, it's about freeing yourself from what no longer serves you so that you can move forward with clarity and purpose. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. It's easy to focus on what we don't have, on what's missing, on what we wish were different. But gratitude is the antidote to dissatisfaction. When you focus on what you have, on the blessings in your life, you realize that you already have more than enough. Gratitude shifts your perspective, brings you peace, and fills your life with joy. Make it a habit to practice gratitude every day, and watch as your outlook on life transforms. Trust the timing of your life. We often feel like we're falling behind, like we should be further along, like we're missing out. But the truth is, everyone's journey is different, and there is no set timeline for success. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, and that everything is unfolding in its own perfect time. Be patient with yourself, stay focused on your own path, and trust that your time will come when it's meant to. You are stronger than you think. Life will test you, it will challenge you, and it will push you to your limits. But in those moments, you will discover a strength you never knew you had. You are capable of handling more than you realize, and every challenge you face is an opportunity to prove that to yourself. Don't underestimate your resilience, your courage, or your ability to overcome. You are stronger than you think, and you've already made it through so much. Kindness is a superpower. In a world that can often feel harsh and divided, kindness is a powerful force for good. It has the power to heal, to connect, and to uplift. Kindness doesn't cost anything, but it can mean everything to someone who is struggling. Choose to be kind, even when it's not easy, even when it's not reciprocated. Your kindness can make a difference in someone's life, and it can create a ripple effect that spreads far beyond what you can see. Don't be afraid to dream big. Your dreams are not too big, too unrealistic, or too ambitious. They are yours for a reason, and you have the power to make them a reality. Don't let fear, doubt, or the opinions of others hold you back. Dream big, take action, and believe in yourself. The world is full of possibilities, and you are capable of more than you can imagine. Your dreams are worth pursuing. Don't let anything stop you. You are the author of your own story. Your life is your story, and you have the power to write it however you choose. You can't control everything that happens, but you can control how you respond, how you grow, and how you move forward. Don't let anyone else write your story for you. Take ownership of your life, make choices that align with your values, and create a story that you're proud of. You are the author, make it a great one. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey through some of life's most important lessons. We hope these insights have inspired you, motivated you, and given you a fresh perspective on your own journey. Remember, growth is a lifelong process, and every day is an opportunity to learn, to evolve, and to become the best version of yourself. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Your support means the world to us, and we can't wait to keep sharing more content with you. Until next time, take care and keep growing.